Today, we are going deep inside of the level 65 whale milking fiesta. So last night at the reset, level 65 raids were introduced as kind of the new bit of endgame content in Marvel Strike Force, and realistically, only a very, very small handful of players are level 65. At the moment, I'm level 64. I've still yet to get any characters, because you need to get level 65 to get any character up to tier 12, and these raids, I assume, are balanced around level 65 tier 12 characters at 7 or 6 star, because there are some really beefed up enemies here, upward of 45k rating, especially when it comes to some of the later nodes. And yeah, we got a 52k Ultimus on the final one, along with a 47k Yondu, and just a lot of really hench Kree minions, so I'm sure that one is going to be very fun. However, today we're gonna see if we can muscle through this. Some of the earlier nodes, because I did some last night, but again, it was kind of 1 a.m. I was just chilling in bed there. They weren't too bad. They were a little bit easy to get through, but that's the style of a lot of the raids, as the earlier nodes are quite straightforward, at least for me and my roster. But I've heard a lot of difficulties with some of these back nodes, and these seem significantly more stacked. I think most of the early enemies were about 20-25k, and now we're looking at around 40k for some of the deeper rewards in the level 65 raids. So we're going to progress a little bit, and again, I am aware that my roster is quite stacked, but we are going to be using this team. I start off using the, the Thanos, the Star-Lord, the Gamora, the Rocket, and Night Nurse team, and that did very well up until like partially way through. I think it was like the 5th node. It just got completely wiped out for the majority of the characters, just because that team doesn't have a lot of kind of heavy damage mitigation in the way that, Captain America is throwing out defense up, and we've got Black Widow's speed up, and also stun and quake slow, so I think that really does help control the fight, and I think this is maybe still going to be the top meta team when it comes to raids. However, there is going to be a lot of testing done over the next couple of weeks to find setups, that are consistently defeating each fight in each node, and I feel like there's a lot of learning to be done. So yeah, I'm not too sure if this is going to be the best one, but we're going to crack on with it today and see how this works. So let's go ahead and jump into our first fight here. I'm also going to be making a video maybe later today talking about the reward structure in the level 65 raids, because there's some stuff that I like, but also some stuff I'm not too happy with as well. However, we do need to get this torn up on Captain America, get Red Skull down, and Nick Fury. This is a bit of a pain in the ass node, man. There's quite a bit going on. It's going to be a fantastic value slow there. Do we want to get I think we'll get Black Widow topped up. Oh no, Captain America topped up there apparently. Right, let's go ahead and stun Nick Fury, because we've got the slow on Red Skull, so I think we can get him down before his next turn. Let's use the Yakka arrow, just do a little bit of cleaning up there. And for the boomer, let's go for the slow. I think that's more important to get on Nick Fury there. And do you want to get Nick Fury down? I think as soon as Nick Fury and the boomer drop, I feel like we'll be in a fairly good circumstance here. But yeah, we didn't have the majority of this fight to worry about. Just a half-cleared node. Just apply the slow to the right-hand side. Make sure Luke Cage and Nebula are as controlled as possible. Get some good value on the boomer shot there. Let's just get the Torn, just so that we can focus on topping up Captain America and maybe distribute a little bit more ability energy as well. Let's just go ahead and steal that and get everybody topped up on Night Nurse. And yeah, this team seemed to take control of that fight pretty well. But again, I think the majority of the challenge there, because that one starts off with, I think, Vision and a few other annoyances. I think that is the majority of the ass pain, especially when it comes to that one. Right, is there any point? I think we can top Captain America up a little bit more. And yeah, we're going to have a bit of time to nuke into this Luke Cage here. However, we could use a heal on Quake, so hopefully when it comes around to Night Nurse's next turn, we can get a passive little top up there. And I actually haven't still fully upgraded my Night Nurse, but I feel like it's going to be very necessary. We're close to getting her to 7-star, but I haven't upgraded her single target heal to the full, and also the passive to the full. So yeah, we're going to see what happens there. However, next up, we have, there's a lot of single target bursts. This one is all single target burst here. We have, I think it's double Korath, a sniper, bullseye, a Merc Lieutenant as well. So, I'm a little bit concerned about there being too much single target damage here, so I'm thinking about maybe bringing in another tank as well. You know what, I'm just going to try it with this team and see if it works, because we should have Captain America's torn up, and if we can bring in some more minions and stun and control. Okay, we don't start with all of them active, so that's a very, very good sign there. However, I do need some immediate control on this fight, so I'm going to go ahead and stun the bullseye, and try and maybe get Korath down. Both Korath and Bullseye, it's very important that both of those characters drop, but I think here I'm just going to use this just to bring down the damage, offense down every single person on the opponent's team, but my Captain America is just getting absolutely shredded here, boys. Oh man, that's a bit of a pain in the ass. Okay, let's cleave the right hand side if we can. Yeah, Captain America just got absolutely wrecked. Maybe this is a fight that we potentially need to bring another tank like Drax for. Quake is down. She's just got absolutely decimated there. Let's see if we can finish off this sniper. Try and get the lieutenant down. There is another Korath coming. Oh, okay, there's the other Korath. Hopefully we can get a chain on bleed here. Unfortunately, not quite, so that's a little bit of an annoyance there. But there is one down. Now we've got Cable. Okay, so we've just got to finish up these opponents. However, I think there's a little bit too much damage, man. Those Koraths are going to eat through unless we can get some crazy minion summons, but we've only got one off both of the Yondus. So yeah, it looks like this team is going to drop. Not enough power there. So we need to bring a little bit more control to the start of that fight, really, if we want to get it done. But damn, down goes that team. However, I think we can go for a slightly different setup just to finish it off. I want to save my OTK setup, so I need to save Crossbones, Spider-Man. I can bring in, let's think about the characters that are going to be quite useful. I want to save Iron Man here, so maybe we just want some single target with a little bit of Deadpool. Maybe some Cable in the mix. Do I need I don't need Drax as well as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, let's bring in Drax just to mitigate some of the damage at the start. And I just want some heavy single target hitters. So I think I might go for... Do you want to bring back Gamora as well? I think we'll actually go for a bit of Winter Soldier here, very oddly, just because he's got so much single target damage, and I'm absolutely loving that. And finally, a bit of Mordo. Actually, yeah, Mordo's going to have some great value. Maybe I should have brought Mordo toward the start of this fight. I think Mordo's blind is going to be really, really useful here. Okay, Cable has, he's spawned there. Oh, gosh, a lot of shots off. Hopefully you can get blind on absolutely everyone. Okay, we got some great value off that. Yeah, I feel like Mordo is going to be quite an MVP for this node, especially for bringing the fights back. And also the level, maybe these raids in general. Right, let's get the speed slow. Speed drain, should I say. And we should be able to get Cable down. Let's just go for that, just to make sure he drops. And then we've got Korath. Okay, we've got some great value. That combo of Drax and also Mordo has just been absolute bliss for this node. Single target, get a couple of shots there on the Deadpool. Now, right, on the next node, we're going to have a fun time, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to have an absolute ball here. So this is a mini-boss node right before Ultimus. However, I want to try and pull off a pretty dank OTK setup if we possibly can. Depends if our characters get nuked down. So I'm a little bit potentially concerned about that. But I don't know. I think we stand a reasonable chance of getting some pretty beefed up damage in here. So I want to set up pretty much the ultimate Crossbones turn here. So let's get in. Where's my Jessica Jones as well? Roster's a little bit too beefed up and stacked. So this should be maybe quite good. I'm a little bit worried about I think Merc Lieutenant dying before he can get the offense up. Yeah, it really depends on the speed of the opponents and how hard we are being nuked here. Can we chain on from that distance? I don't believe we can. I think we can get all three on the left-hand side there. Oh, there's quite a distance between them. And yeah, oh my goodness. Jessica Jones just got absolutely friggin' nuked there. Okay, who has the most annoying next turn? Who needs the defense down? It's probably Shield Assault or Punisher. Who's going to deal more? I think Shield Assault with the offense up. So let's offense down on that. It doesn't look like we're going to get an explosion on Crossbones. Wow, that felt so fun. What a great node. What a fantastic time. Okay, we're going to go for One more potential try there, but that was a massive clown fiesta. Are those the words that I may be searching for? Okay, let's figure out a little bit of an interesting way to potentially play this one. So let's get a bit of Vision in the mix. Let's get a bit of Hawkeye in the mix. Have we still got Mordo knocking about? I think we have. I think he's at a decent level as well. Let's go for quite a bit of control here. And we're also going to bring in Drax and get Drax topped up. So I want Drax just to that side. And who else is going to be of some pretty significant value? I think maybe Star-Lord as well. So I'm going to use a few 20s just to get these lads topped up. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. I don't know if this is going to be a great idea, but we do have a lot of control with this team. So let's just go for a big amount of control, and hopefully all of this crowd control is going to allow, yeah, this to work quite well. I don't think I positioned Star-Lord in necessarily an ideal way, but let's go ahead and blind Punisher or Rocket. Actually, let's blind Rocket. And we also got on Punisher as well, which is a really dank time. Should have maybe moved Hawkeye actually next to Star-Lord in hindsight. Okay, who do we want to nuke down? I think we'll go for Iron Man. And ability block on Iron Man. Let's just make sure he's not doing anything that's like a massive pain in the ass. Do we want to save the blind for the next turn? I think we will, just because everybody's blind apart from the shield assault there. Okay, Rocket's ultimate is countered. Right, let's get the taunt back up on Drax. And go in for... I think Rocket and Shield Assault. Let's try and get the cleave there. Get attacked back into. Let's get rid of that on Rocket. And let's go ahead and blind Rocket if we can. Okay, so we got the blind of Rocket and Punisher. Let's offense down Iron Man here. Okay, that soaked up a good amount of damage. And now we just need to get Rocket and Shield Assault down if we can next turn. Slash into them. Oh, Rocket is almost down there. Who do we want to fire this off on? Let's just target it at Punisher. And, oh no. Right, that Crossbones is going to be a pain in the ass. So these Boomers, actually. Boomers turn 1 is probably the most annoying thing I need to look out for. Okay, who do we want to make sure drops? To be honest, that Crossbones, if he gets to his detonate, like, I'm dead anyway, so I need to, or maybe I should try and clear up what we have. Right, let's just go for a blind on this Boomer. And unfortunately, yeah, I could have definitely positioned the Star-Lord better to get some more value from this character overall. See if we can get Iron Man down. So just taunt on Drax, just buy a little bit more time. And if we get Star-Lord's ultimate next turn, maybe we can do something. Okay, Iron Man is down. Whew. Yeah, I need to think of a good way to be able to sustain on that node. But I feel like we're on the right track with the blinds, because they're getting some really, really awesome value there. However, you can just see like how ridiculously stacked and ridiculously powerful and difficult this is going to be to deal with until you have like a team of like 4 7-star characters at 65, tier 12. It's going to be a lot of throwing your characters at it and dying. So yeah, those mini boss nodes are a pain in the ass, but hopefully over the next couple of weeks we can come up with some fairly interesting and creative strategy to play around them. I think we're definitely on to a bit more of a right track the second time, you know, utilizing kind of chain blinds on certain characters, but I just needed to set that team up a little bit better and look at who is really, really performing. So it's going to be one of those things. It's a little bit of trial and error. It's a bit of a learning experience, because I remember when the Thanos raids came out, for example, like the first, what was it, week or so, I thought they were complete BS, but then I found some clever ways to play around certain nodes, and hopefully I can obtain that knowledge in the next couple of weeks. But you know, it's always one of those things that I like to give it a little bit of a while before I'm like, damn, this is just a little bit too crazy. But these are definitely they're definitely a big challenge for even some of the blubberiest boys right now. And yeah, we're gonna see what happens. You know, our alliance is Doing all right for the very first one, considering the majority of people are like level 63, level 64, and we're getting there, lads. We're certainly getting there, so I'm interested to see what happens over the next couple of weeks. But anyway, thank you very much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy it, feel free to smash that like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Apart from that, take care and have an absolutely fantastic day.